Joining us now is COD Professor, Music Department Chair, and Director of the Jazz Ensembles, Mr. Matt Shevitz. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So, you are now the big guy in the music department, the department chair.
The department chairperson, yes.
All right, tell me, how's it going?
It's been going well. It has been going well. It is a role that I have served for other institutions in the past. So there are some skills that I've been using that I've used before. Of course, I haven't done it until now at College of DuPage, and so there are some new things, of course, that are unique to every institution. But everything's been running smoothly, and we've had a few new folks. We have a new chamber orchestra director, as well as some other people in the classrooms and around the building. So we've all been working together very well to make sure that things are running and moving forward.
So for people who don't know, it's a lot because Matt teaches, how many classes do you teach? 3?
Teaching 5.
5.
Yeah.
So he teaches 5 classes, but then he's the go-to when the orchestra needs something, right? Or when the choir needs something. Those faculty members go to Matt, and he's the go-between to filter it. I will say from our perspective at the MAC, things have been great and smooth, and we're really pleased. You're doing a great job, but I know it's a lot of juggling. And
It is.
And you do Music Fridays.
And doing the Music Fridays. So there's things like dealing with semester schedules, and not just the semester that you're in, but the upcoming ones. Right. So at the beginning of this semester, there were questions about the fall semester schedule and getting those things running, but then also thinking about this coming spring and this summer. Then you have the Music Fridays, and like I said, just getting some of the other new people oriented to their positions, at the same time maintaining a performance career playing around the Chicago area.
Oh, there's that.
So
Matt is a saxophone player, and he plays in a lot of bands downtown, and so he's always doing something with music, I guess, right?
Always, right? Yes.
So Matt, coming up, to give you an idea of all the things that we're getting ready for, DuPage Community Jazz Ensemble is playing Thursday, December 1st. DuPage Chorale is playing on the 4th. DuPage Community Concert Band is playing on the 5th. Chamber Orchestra is playing on the 6th. Percussion Ensemble is playing on the 7th. Guitar Ensemble is playing on the 8th. Chamber singers and concert choir will sing together on the 8th. And there's a jazz pop combo on the 9th. So there's not a lot going on. Yeah. I'm kidding. There's a lot going on.
Right. We call it Concert Week, and it's a lot of fun. It's really exciting. There's so many talented students at COD that it's a pleasure to not just work with them as an ensemble director, but to attend these concerts as an audience member and see what my colleagues are able to create with them. It's a blast.
One thing that I think why I wanted to have you on the show is a lot of the community comes to see the shows at the MAC, but not a lot of people come to see our student shows. And they're crazy affordable. They're like $7 and $8 a ticket.
Right. And
you get to see a really wonderful concert of students that are on the cusp of starting their professional career, right?
That's right.
They're right there. I really enjoy when I get to see them, and I think that you forget. Sometimes you're like, well, I don't know if I want to go see a student recital, but I will tell you, Matt shows, they're more like you're going to a jazz club and hearing jazz, right? What kind of jazz will they be seeing at this show? So they get a taste of is it? It's not usually like the big band standards. That's your show in the fall.
Right. So for the DuPage Community Jazz Ensemble, they'll stay more traditional with some of the big band standards. It would be pieces by people like Billy Strayhorn, who was with the Duke Ellington Orchestra for many, many years. The combos on December 9th, the jazz pop combos, they play a very wide variety of music. One of the things that we work on is getting the students to really program the concerts themselves. So I will bring in a song if I think it's in the along the lines of what they seem to be wanting to do. And I will certainly help them create sheet music for the songs that they want to do, but I try to push them as much as possible to suggest songs and bring in repertoire, because it makes the experience more engaging for them, rather than just, okay, it's, the third week of the semester, now you're playing this song.
That's awesome.
We have a big brainstorming session at the beginning of every semester where we.
So do you have veto rights?
I do have veto rights. I rarely use them, but I will if I have to.
So what are you looking for when you're curating a show? A variety of types of jazz, or?
Well, I would go beyond jazz, though. I would say, a variety of genres. Whether it's some form of jazz, could be, which is a broad genre in and of itself, or whether it's something that is more along the lines of a blues track, or even I've had people do ska or rock songs, and I think that is more reflective of the experience that they will get when they leave COD. Right. So I don't just play one style of music. I make, I have a performing career built around playing a wide variety of styles. I think
that is the greatest gift you can give these students, because I know when I studied theater, and there's a new way of studying theater now, but when I studied theater, the directors was like, the head of the department at U of I was like, listen, you have to go in and get cast in a show and be able to deliver what that director wants. The end.
Yeah.
The end. They're not going to change their play for you. So, there's not going to be these moments of like, well, what do you feel? You're going to go out, if you're going to be in a show on Broadway or paid, they're going to say, this is how we're doing it.
Right.
And if you can't do it, there's 1,000 other people who can do it. So the fact that you're teaching them how to be able to plug in will make them so much more able to work.
Right.
Right? They could play in a pit if they had to for a show. They could play, they could sub, they could work, they could be in a band.
Well, so a couple of examples that come to mind of colleagues of mine. One is a trumpet player who I played with quite frequently, doing a wide variety of music, playing in kind of bands that did a lot of private events. And he moved away from the city a few years ago, but lately has been on tour with Harry Styles. Now, did he go to school to learn how to play trumpet for Harry Styles? No, he went for jazz. But of course, he's a versatile player, and that versatility has led him to be able to go and play that gig, which is a good one.
And one thing always leads to another. There's nothing in my career that's been linear, right? You go from here to here to here, but everything you do, you learn something that makes you better for the next thing.
Which is why it's important for the combos, and we talk about this frequently, for them to be professional, right? We talk about professionalism so that they know that it's not just about showing up and playing
the right notes.
Right. It's about showing up early. It's about being, dressed appropriately, right? It's about everything else that goes into the gig.